Hey guys, so today I'm going to take you through part 2 of Gluteal Series, but in a different position. We'll be facing the ground. Ideally, you'll be doing all those routines back to back. You're doing part 1, go for part 2, go for part 3, because they are scheduled that way so that you prime the area, and then as you approach different exercises, different positions, you already are aware of the area we work on. So we focus on correct execution of the movements, quality of movement, and getting that connection in the area. Ideally, if you finish your sideline drills, you would come down on your forearms, okay? You want to round your lumbar spine, so this area is flexed, you see? It's not flat. I'm rounding it because I don't want my back to do the movement. Now, one leg goes back, all right? And I'm moving. So guys, this is what we are after. I'm looking at my knees, I'm rounding my back, I'm bracing my abs, and I'm purely using my right hip, my hip extensors. What you don't want is this, okay? Because look where the movement comes from. It's all the lower back. So you probably won't really get very much out of it for your glutes. So lock it. And we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it. Don't drop the knee and bend it. Okay? So your thigh stays up, and you're just working on keeping the thigh in the air while we're contracting the hamstrings. I'm adding a little footwork here, but you don't have to do that. What you don't want to do is that. Okay, so you're not swinging, you hold it. You should feel your glutes doing the work. So that's a little top up. You do 10 of these. Okay, and then hold, and we're doing little donkey kicks. So look where my thigh moves. It goes down and then up. And again, careful not to drop here. Round your back. It's like you're trying to push ceiling away from the floor. Up, up, and that's the proper way of doing your donkey kicks. Keep rounding that back. When you get to 10, relax. Take a moment. Guys, this is really powerful when you start with the sideline position and then you move to this, okay? If you start with this, it may take you forever to connect. Okay, other side. Round. Leg straight. We lifting. So you don't want to go beyond. This is my hip. This becomes my lower back. Okay? So lock it. And ideally record yourself if you're doing this, or have someone check you, check your position if you're not compensating. Use a mirror. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Now, heel to sit bone. Try to bend your knee fully if you can, if your quads allow you to, okay? If you're really tight in your thighs, in your quads, this may not happen, but do your best. Lock your back, brace your tummy. So we're working on the hamstrings and glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. So again, knee at 90 degrees. I'm doing a little drop of the knee, but I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not bending my knee. I'm working from the hip and still trying to tuck under, round the back. And I'm doing end range. It's like a reverse thruster of the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Chill, stretch through your glutes, get the child's pose, relax. Alright guys, so moving on to the next movement, we're going to be flat on the belly. So again, make sure you're lying on that thick mat, you've got enough cushioning, okay? We're going to be prone. Now, very important cue here. You need to keep tucking your tailbone under, okay? You do not try to lift from the lower back. You're gonna be anchoring your pubic bone, which means you're tucking tailbone under. Support your forehead. You're guys, we're going for a minute swim, okay? Just legs. So, get the glutes going. Push your hips into the ground. Float your feet. Keep your legs straight and try to move your thighs. If you're not trying to do the kicks from the knees, you're trying to work from your hips, okay? So off we go for a minute. You breathe throughout. I like to even push my forehead into my hands. So follow along, stay for a minute, because I know when you're doing it by yourself, you're less likely to actually complete the full minute, okay? At least that's the feedback from my client. They, when they do it with me, they will do the whole thing. When by yourself, you tend to finish too early. So, breathe. Alright guys, we're halfway there. Keep going. I know it will feel like you want to slow down and stop, but don't, okay? If you start kicking from the knees, fix it. Clench. Lift those thighs. Okay, continue. Almost there. 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finito. So guys, for the final movement in the prone position to work glute max and glute medius, or the whole gluteal group, we will need a little cushion to support the lumbar spine. You may need to go a little bit higher if you've got quite a big curve. Make sure your pubic bone actually presses into the cushion and it's not just floating in space. Support your forehead. And then set your legs up. We're gonna bend the knees, bring the heels together and send knees apart. So we're abducting. We'll be working through hip extension and hip abduction. So you've got your Gluteus Minimus and Gluteus Max working together to create that motion. So heels pressing in, one into the other. Press your pubic bone down, tuck your tail under, those same cues remain. We elevating, okay? Just be mindful that you do not want the movement to come from your lumbar spine. You want the hip to move. That's why the higher you go on the cushion, the more likely is that you're actually moving from your hip. So that elevation is definitely key. Just be mindful that if your hamstrings are a little bit weaker, you might end up cramping in here. So just, again, be mindful of the signs. If you feel discomfort in the hamstrings, any cramp, stop and stretch. It would be a good idea just to end up in here in the stretch. Alright, that's your part 2 completed.
Yes!
Can you feel it?
Yes!
Now, I'm looking forward to showing you the part 3 when we will be working mostly in a supine position, so lying on the back. It can get you really tired. See you in the next video.